Hello everybody, Michael here for Tactica Imperialis. I've got part 3 of Codex Space Marines analysis today, looking at the remainder of the HQ section and also at the chapter relics, because this seems like a good time to mention them. Okay, yeah, I've just hit 10 subscribers. I know that's not a lot in most people's worlds, but I suppose it's something important to me, so thank you everybody. Right, Chapter Master. 6. Weapon skill 6, ballistic skill 5, strength and toughness 4, 4 wounds, initiative 5, 4 attacks, leadership 10, and a 3+ save from power armor. Basic equipment is bolt pistol and chainsword, grenades, and an iron halo for a 4+ invulnerable. They have chapter tactics that you select, orbital bombardment, which is, as I said yesterday, unlimited range, strength 10, AP 1. However, your ballistic skill does not affect the scatter if it does scatter. You may replace bolt pistol with a bolt gun for free. It depends on if you want bonus attacks in melee. May take a relic blade, which is +2 strength AP 3 two-handed, so you lose your bonus attacks. That's 25 points. May take a storm shield for a 3+ invulnerable, 15 points. Artifice to your armor for a 2+ save, 20 points. And you may take any of the melee, ranged, special issue war gear and or chapter relics lists from just before the army list. I'm not going to go through all of them because it's a long list, but they include things like jump packs, bikes, teleport homers, lightning claws, everything else. And then we have the chapter relics. There are 5 chapter relics. I'm just going to quickly flick to the page they're on and show you them. The Burning Blade. This is +3 strength, so strength 7, AP 2, melee, blind, so it can blind enemies who fail an initiative test when attacked by it. But if you make a to-hit roll on a 1 on a d6 roll afterwards, you take a strength 4 AP 2 hit. So it's very powerful, but there is a slight risk, I'm afraid. It's about 60 points, I think. The Armor Indomitus. 2+ armor save, 6+ invulnerable, and relentless. You can temporarily, for a turn, that phase, so a shooting phase or an assault phase, you can have a 2+ invulnerable. So you're basically unstoppable. The Shield Eternal is a storm shield with adamantium will and eternal warrior, so you get better at denying the witch, and you also become immune to instant death. A common tactic in a large point game is to run these two together because you're basically unstoppable, but it is very expensive to do. You can only take one chapter relic, one of each chapter relic once, so you can't take 2 burning blades, for example. The Primarch's Wrath, 24 inch range, strength 4 AP 4, rerolls to wound, mastercrafted, so I think it's 1 reroll to hit, and salvo. I'm not 100% what salvo means. I haven't got a rulebook to hand to have a look at it, but I think it's basically got 2 fire modes. So I think 1 is when you move and 1 is when you don't. It's like a slightly boosted version of rapid fire. I'm not 100%. The Teeth of Terror, slightly weaker than the Burning Blade, +2 strength AP 3. Strike down, so like a Thunderhammer, I can knock it to the ground. Actually, it's different to a Thunderhammer, that has concussive. And Rampage. Again, I don't have my rulebook to hand, but I think Rampage is similar to what Raid used to be, so you have to sort of go after the nearest units, or it's lots of bonus attacks on the charge, one or the other. I'm sure someone will let me know in the comments if they'd be so kind. Last one, you can't take this generally because it's for Honor Guard and Command Squads. I don't know if your Chapter Master can. It's a banner, so all units within 12 inches with the same chapter tactics, reroll, fail morale and pinning checks, and all units within 6 inches have hatred and add 1 for assault results, and the bearer and his unit have fear. So this is very powerful and very very useful, but again, it's very expensive. I think it's about 65 points. You can gain, it's basically like having the Angel of Death Warlord trait, something very similar to the Iron Resolve Warlord trait, and something similar to the Rights of War Warlord trait, all in one banner. So it's very powerful. And they are about, what are they? Here we go. 20 points for the bolt gun, 30 points for the 35 for the chainsword, 50 for the shield, 55 for the burning blade, and 60 points for the armor. If you have Terminator armor, you may not take the Armor Indomitus. and you can't take the standard of the Emperor Ascendant as a general chapter relic. If you choose to put your chapter master on a bike, bike squads of minimum size 5 may be taken as troop choices instead of fast attack, so that's pretty powerful. You may also choose to swap his weaponry for Terminator armor, a Storm Bolter, and a Power Sword, at which point you unlock the Terminator War Gear. For every chapter master, you may take an honor guard. That's a squad of 3 to 10, including, well, it's 2 honor guard and 1 chapter champion. A chapter champion is similar to an honor guard, but with +1 weapon skill and +1 attack. They all have power weapons, bolt guns, bolt pistols, and artificer armor. Honor or death means that the chapter champion has to accept or issue challenges. They are about 25 points each. They may have relic blades for 10 points. You may take a chapter banner or the Emperor Ascendant standard. You can swap your bolt gun for a close combat weapon if you're the champion, or swap your power weapon for a thunder hammer if you wish. And then you may take a drop pod, rhino, or razorback. I don't know if honor guard are that worth it. I mean, I have written a list with one alongside High Marshal Helbrecht, and I think that's really powerful, but I'm not an expert. I'm a guard player, not a marine player. Okay, the captain. He is 90 points. 6'5", 4'4", 3'5", 3'10", 3+, Iron Halo, so same war gear, chapter tactics, but no auto bombardment, that's all you lose. May replace bolt pistol with a bolt gun, chainsaw with a relic blade, storm shield, artificer armor, and melee range, special issue and chapter relics. Same rule about bikes, you may put them on a bike, and 5-man squads of bike squads may be taken as troops instead of fast attack. The Terminator captain is a separate choice, I'm not sure why. Contains Terminator armor, storm bolter, power sword, iron halo, same profile with the 2+ save, Terminator special issue war gear or chapter relics, and 120 points. I think the reason they're separate is because of the command squad. Terminator captains can't take command squads, regular ones can. You may take one command squad for each captain, librarian, or chaplain, including the named ones, and they have power armor, bolt pistol, chainsword, honor or death, so again must issue or answer challenges. Similar to a typical veteran profile, but the company champion has +1 weapon skill. May take a company standard, standard of the Emperor Ascendant again. One veteran may be upgraded to a company champion who swaps their chainsword with a power weapon and a combat shield, which is 6+ invulnerable. May take an apothecary for feel no pain for 15 points. May put them on bikes. May take melter bombs or storm shields, as many as you wish. May swap the combat weapon and pistol for bolt gun. Any veteran may go into the melee or range weapon list, and may take transports. So, pretty powerful, these guys. They're only, 100 points for the so 20 points each, roughly. So, I can see them being quite worth it. Company standards are similar to chapter banners because they give the 12-inch re-rolling morale checks, but chapter banner also gives +1 attack to units close by. The Librarian is 65 points. He can generate his powers from Biomancy, Pyromancy, Telekinesis, and Telepathy, so everything except Divination. He's Mastery level 1 to start with. He has a Psychic Hood and a Force Weapon, so he's good at Deny the Witch and killing stuff. For 25 points, he may gain a Mastery level, swap Bolt Pistol for Bolt Gun, may take any items from Range, Special Issue, and Chapter Relics. You may not swap your Force Weapon. May choose Terminator Armor, may only take items from the Special Issue War Gear and Chapter Relics. May also take one of the following: Storm Bolter, Combi Flamer, /Melter, /Plasma, or a Storm Shield. Storm Shield obviously is a 3+ invulnerable one, so very hard to put a Terminator Librarian like this down. However, you may not include a Librarian if you're running Black Templars, something in the background about, I'm not quite sure what their reasoning is. Then we have the Chaplain. This guy is 90 points. Weapon skill 5, 444, 242, 10, 3+, so same profile as a Librarian. He has a power armor, bolt pistol, Crozius Arcane, so power maul, frag and crack grenades, Rosarius for 4+ invulnerable, chapter tactics, Z-locked, which as I said yesterday was fearless, and some other rule. Again, I don't have my rulebook, I'm very sorry. May replace bolt pistol with bolt gun or power fist. May take ranged, special issue, or chapter relics. Again, you can't swap the Crozius. May replace things with Terminator and Storm Bolter. May only take items for special issue and chapter relics. May replace Storm Bolter with a combi weapon. I don't know which is the best of the unnamed. Obviously, the Chapter Master is the most powerful. because of things like auto bombardment and non-guard. But they get very expensive very quickly. Captains probably strike the best balance of melee and other stuff, and command squads are pretty handy. I don't know if Terminator armor's worth it unless you're running a Terminator squad, of course. Librarians, I've faced them a few times. They're pretty powerful if you can get the right powers. For example, if you saw our battle report. But as a Black Templar player, or as someone who would play Black Templars, I can't take them anyway. Chaplains, they're okay. I mean, their stat line is good, but it's not quite up to scratch as of a captain who costs exactly the same. So run them if you wish, but I still think it would be better with a captain. I think that's all of them. Oh no, wait, there's one more. The Master of the Forge, Senior Tech Marine. Weapon skill 4, BS 5, strength and toughness 4, 2 wounds, initiative 4, 2 attacks, LD 10, and artificer armor. A servo harness, which is 2 servo arms, a flamer, and a plasma cutter, which is basically a plasma pistol. He can increase the cover save given by terrain. He can fix vehicles. A servo arm adds 2 to the roll to fix vehicles. Well, each servo arm adds 1, and he has 2. May take melee, range, specialist wargate, and chapter relics. May swap all weapons for a conversion beamer. A conversion beamer is slightly wacky and very powerful. I'm just going to quickly find it. I know, I probably should have done this already. Here we go. Here. So up to 18-inch range, it's strength 6 AP nothing, small blast. From 18 to 42 inches, it's strength 8 AP 4 blast. And from 42 to 72, it's strength 10 AP 1 blast. So it gets more powerful on longer range battlefields. Above 72 inches, the shot misses. So it's pretty powerful. I mean, yes, you lose your fixie abilities, really. Is it worth the trade? Depends on how many vehicles you're running. I'll flip back to that. Hang on, I've not gone far enough. He may also replace bolt pistol and or bolt gun with a power axe, just giving some melee power. And if you include a Master of the Forge, Dreadnoughts, Venerable Dreadnoughts, and Ironclad Dreadnoughts may be taken as heavy support and elite. That unlocks potentially 6 Dreadnoughts, if you wish, which is quite cool. I don't know if you need to. The other HQ is not a slot. You may take one for every other HQ choice you take. They are slightly weaker versions of the Master of the Forge. So 4444, 1418, Artificer Armor, 1 Servo Arm, may upgrade to Servo Harness, may take a Power Axe, may not take a Chapter Relic. You can pay 10 points for each Tech Marine or Master of the Forge to include a Servitor. 3333, 13184 plus. Mind Lock means that they may not work unless they're in the presence of a Tech Marine. May include up to 4 more Servitors, may replace the Servo Arm with Heavy Bolt, Multi-Melter or Plasma Cannon. I never had much time for Masters of the Forges and Tech Marines because I'm not a vehicle-heavy player. Well, if I was lying, I'd probably run one for fixing and then use them with Iron Hands because they get +1 to Blessing of the Omnissiah. That's it. Troops are on the next page. Have you got a favourite HQ, guys? Be sure to let me know. Thank you again for the subscribers. Next video in this series at least will be on the troop section, so tactical squad, scout squad, and transports. That's all. Thank you for watching. My name is Michael and I will see you again.